They told you to sit down and shut up, but protest is why this republic exists. If the only time you're allowed to speak is when power approves, you don't have rights. You have permission. Right now, tensions are high. Minneapolis and Portland, after 2 federal use of force incidents and the protests that followed, people are grieving and angry and fed up, doing what Americans have always done when the system feels broken, showing up in public and refusing to be silent. And sure enough, the backlash begins. You see people throwing around words like domestic terrorism, telling protesters to get a job, claiming it's just like January 6th. But the point of that rhetoric isn't truth, it's erasure. Make protests seem criminal, make dissent feel shameful, make it easier to ignore the people who won't stop demanding something better. Here's what they don't want you to remember. The Constitution doesn't treat protest as a favor. It protects it as a core feature of self-government. The First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's not poetry. It's design. It means you have the right to speak up, to gather, and to bring your complaint into public view, even if power wishes you wouldn't. You can protest in public within the same basic rules that apply to everyone, because that's what free citizens do. And the people who wrote that amendment, they didn't build this country by staying silent. They organized boycotts during the Stamp Act crisis, held town meetings, signed petitions, used public dissent to force policy change and shape national will. They knew what happens when the public gets shut out. They had lived it. That's why they wrote protest into the Constitution, because without it, the government starts mistaking silence for consent. So when someone tries to paint protest as terrorism, they're not protecting order. They're undermining the one tool the people have to correct injustice before it gets worse. Because if the right to protest only belongs to the agreeable, then it's not a right, it's a reward. Violence is violence. Crimes are crimes. Nobody's saying otherwise, but protest isn't the problem. It's the pressure valve, the civic alarm bell, the signal that says someone sees what's happening and they care enough to show up. So before you dismiss the noise in the street, ask what kind of country you want to live in. Only one where the powerful get a voice, or one where the people still hold the mic? Because when protest dies, democracy doesn't last long thereafter.